Welcome back, everybody. I am the Jimmer. This is Starter Ship Scrimmage 3 Aerial Arousal. So, this is going to be the vehicle inspections video. Not going to have any of the official battles. I'm just going to take a look at all the entries I have received and make sure they're following the rules, and get a better look at their weapons and armor and subsystems and all that sort of stuff. So first off, we're just going to go through. I got 16 entries. We got 4 Riders by Harness, the Crappy Zapper by a Nickel, the Discount Harper by Adnecrius, Disposable Hero by Mr. Nuclealizer. I just want to say I did shorten a couple of these names. Some of them were really long names, and just to keep things fitting in the overlay for Tournament Mod, I shortened a couple of them. Anyway, moving on, we have the Dust Devil by Drew the Draw, the F2000 Superstorm by Thompson, the Flatstone by Zelinsky, the G2H by Sifin, the Lactafarin by Captain M53, Pack Fighter 3B by Sidget, Raw Eggs by Deep Pride 6-year-old, Stormhearted by Fapoli, the Swordfish by the Jimmer, and the Curse of KA by Frisbee Mouse, the Doctor by Nightshade, and finally Thomas the War Engine by Ipsoc. So let's just move through these one by one and take a look at them and make sure they're all following the rules. Oh, that's cool. So we have the 4 pale white, black, red. Freeze. Alright, I guess we'll just go through the list as we go through. Max 12k materials for the blueprint was like 11 something. Must be aircraft. No problems there. We'll do the mirror match after the inspection. Movement is good. Definitely faster than 15 meters a second. Altitude looks okay. Weapons, no simple weapons. Take a look at what kind of shells. Squash head, base bleeder. That's interesting. I didn't think that would be effective without, you know, explosives behind it, but apparently it is. Maybe in the lower caliber. Admittedly, I am not the best at designing guns. Proximity fuses are banned. Fire rate reasonable. No repair testicles. Spin blocks. Yeah, it doesn't really look like spin block exploits. Just plain turrets. Where? What's that? Spotlight? Interesting. I haven't seen those yet. Neat. No detection equipment. I don't see any detection equipment anywhere. And I lost my place in their list. Okay, I think we're good, and let's just, it looks like these 3 are all the same, but take a look just to be sure. And when you're on this thing, it looks really, ugh. when you're right on top of it, it seems like it's kind of glitchy, but you watch them move and they're really, it's fairly smooth. Surprised they haven't crashed into each other. Feel like I could make two aircraft, put them 2 kilometers apart and 1,000 meters different in altitude, and somehow they'd find a way to crash into each other. And yet, these are all really close together and somehow managing not to collide. Right there is a miracle in itself. Okay, let's do the mirror match. All this should be set up. And a big shout out, big thanks to Nickel for updating and improving the tournament mod. A lot of really good improvements, and just getting it to work in the latest version is more than I could ask. So big shout out to everybody. Everybody give a Nickel some kudos for getting tournament mod working again. Alright, we'll do the mirror match. Yeah, everything is being set up. God, there we go. Very frantic action. Oh, yeah, you see this one get got the engine got clipped, and now it's a sitting duck. But definitely passes the was it? What I laid out as 10% in 2 minutes, something like that. Yeah, 10% health in 2 minutes. So we definitely covered that. Let's keep moving right along. Hopefully this video will be under 2 hours. We'll see. Next up we have the Crappy Zapper by a Nickel. Actually, before we do that, let's just kind of appreciate it and all its crappy and zappy glory. Very much a looks like a Zeppelin. It's like a laser. Hence the zapper makes sense. Alright, that's is that lead? Oh, it's stone, painted stone. It's like, thought it might have been a Led Zeppelin for a minute. Nice. Actually, ended up with something fairly similar for I had a laser craft. This is a lot more tanky than what I came up with, though. Didn't expect too many tanky designs in this, just being an aircraft tournament, but yeah, this guy is definitely thick. So I guess we'll cut right through 12k max materials. Must be an aircraft. Do the mirror match. Movement is good to 77 meters a second. So just using lasers, little spin block shenanigans. It's a fairly efficient engine. Curious. Yeah, not too bad. Let's do the mirror match. See the laser shields in action there. That is the tricky thing with lasers. In order to use the lasers with the way I have the rule set up, you also have to be vulnerable to lasers. It's kind of a difficult balancing act. Actually, how tanky this thing is, probably do fairly well against like a more sleek design. I almost very close to going with a high-speed laser orbiter. It's between that and the entry that I ended up going with, but I had a really hard time picking between them. After seeing this, I'm glad I didn't go with the laser orbiter, because I'm sure this thing would just tear it apart. That said, it does need to get 10% health in 2 minutes. Got like 30 seconds left, and both entries are still high 90s. I'll give him a couple extra seconds here. Look at the laser shields. At least they're only at 50%, so it seems like yeah, so I'm just going to turn these down just a touch. Should be enough to get past the mirror match without significantly harming the Nichols design here. From the Depths isn't a perfect simulation. It is just a game after all, so you will get a bit of variation from one machine to another. Also possible that he tested this with regular. You can see I'm using the altered detection, so you can see some of those shots are missing. Probably, I'd say about a third of them are missing, which might make up for the account for the lack of damage. Oh, and there it is. Hey, I died, so I don't even know if the shield change was necessary, but I'm gonna leave it in. And crappy zapper is a pass. Let's keep moving right along. Next up, we have the Discount Harper by Adnecrius. This is from, I think this is from Hellenius campaign, I want to say. I know this is a modified custom campaign vehicle. And yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, if this were a beauty contest, this would definitely be one of the top designs. Very nice. Very cool. Alright, so blueprint's good, or materials are good, aircraft definitely, movement is nice, speed is no problem. What are we at? Almost 100 meters a second, so very fast. Looks like another laser entry. You can see the lasers are kind of tucked away. This mimic block. You can see the mimic block right here. Filter. I went with pretty much this exact same setup on my engine. I think yours has one more layer. Then about 5,500. You got 64,000 or 6,400. Lots of power to go right into those lasers. Alright, overall, very nice looking design. Let's do the mirror match. I don't think this one is going to be a problem. It's more offensive and less defensive than the zapper. And yeah, continuous lasers. That's an interesting choice. I suppose those aren't all that bad anymore. For a long time, the continuous lasers were underpowered, but I think in the last few updates, those have got a little bit of love. And oh yeah, look at that. Peeling off 15% right away. Only thing I am a little disappointed is that the lasers are fixed. I mean, it is more, I don't know, like, I don't want to say realistic, but sort of true to an aircraft fighter to have fixed forward-facing guns. I think put those lasers on turrets Yeah, this thing would be super deadly. I guess it would look a little silly, but would definitely be more effective. I don't even know. I don't know. That's a lot of damage as is. I don't even know if it even needs to be any more effective. But anyway, that is the. Oh yeah, it's got the name right there. The Kearsarge Air Force Discount Harper by Ed Necrius. Next we have The Disposable Hero by Mr. Nucleizer. Oh, neat. I like the spin blocks there, that's interesting. Orange smoke. I realized you could change this. Yeah, oh yeah, you can. I don't think you used to be able to change the color of the smoke. That's cool. What is going on with these? These stacked spin blocks? Is that what I'm looking at? Oh dear God. Oh no, it's just a disc. Oh, helicopter blades. Huh. Hardly ever see people use the helicopter blades. Almost everybody uses the data blades anymore. Lots of shields. And, okay, here we go. We got interesting, a transverse laser design. So you get a really long laser across the side, or across, yeah, through the side, firing like broadside style. So it should have really good accuracy. Yeah, 0.24. Plenty of azimuth and elevation. So he went with an efficient engine. Tons and tons of power. But light on the armor. It looks like wood armor all around. Does have shielding, but still, that wood armor is going to be. Oh, it's got to have wood on one side. It's like a. So on the broadsiding side, it does have metal in spots. Not in front of the engine though. So yeah, definitely a glass cannon. Oh yeah, you can see the shields just on the one side too. Okay, starting to see how this thing works. Interesting, the daddy blade spinners instead of thrusters. Wonder how that works out as far as cost and power usage and all that sort of stuff. I haven't looked at it that closely. I usually just end up going with thrusters because I'm lazy. But overall, very nice. Nice looking design, and should be fairly effective. Definitely going to have a lot of power in that laser. Just like 4Q lasers. Yeah. And putting one down in the drink. Oh wait, yeah, with the with the helicopter blades. Doesn't look like it's gonna get unstuck from this. It didn't get 10% damage for the DQ, but had 5% after about 40 seconds. So I think I'm going to call that significantly good. So that was the Disposable Hero by Mr. Nucleizer. Next up we have the Dust Devil by Drew the Draw. Let's take a look. Nimble little fighters. 3 of them, very compact. Missiles. Missile fighters. Do they have other guns, or maybe just missiles? Very fast, very sleek. Like the shape. It's got detection stuff on, or the card, but not connected to anything, so that is totally fine. Wonder if maybe it has just the buoy for distraction. I'm not seeing a. Not sure if it has that buoy mounted anywhere. It doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, right here. There's your countermeasures right there. I don't know, in my testing it didn't seem like they were all that effective. It didn't really seem like the radar missiles got confused by those at all, but I suppose these are fairly light and nimble craft. Might have a smaller radar signature than what I was using them on. Okay, anyway, let's get right through this list. Materials are good, movement's good, speed is more than good. The missiles are good. Yeah, I think that is everything. Do the mirror match. There's a glitch in tournament mod where after you I don't know exactly what triggers it, but it's after you start and restart enough times, it's like I'm just getting continuous mouse input. Like I'm not touching the mouse at all, and it's just turning. It's just really annoying. Just gonna kind of try and deal with it. So I don't want to have to restart from the depths while the video is rolling. So we'll get as far as we can. Maybe I'll have to split this into two videos or something. But there we can see already taken out a couple of the Dust Devils. So definitely able to self-destroy. Is the Dust Devil by Drew the Draw. Next we have the F2000 Superstorm by Thompson. Very nice looking design. Traditional aircraft. Looks like I think it's like the 80 I can't think of the name of it now. It looks like a replica. I've definitely seen several real world aircraft that look very similar. Actually, you know, it's probably the F2000. Check on my phone real quick. It's probably an actual Euro craft or something. The Dassault Falcon 2000. I don't know. It doesn't look like a Dassault Falcon to me. Anyway, Anyway, very nice looking plane. Custom jets? Yeah, custom jet engines. Using the like old style like layout. I don't know if this been changed or not. The last time I looked, it's like I don't think it's been like fixed. But it's like really counterintuitive. Like the best way to make jet engines is to just put a controller and combustors, and then you stack the combustors and then add as many injectors as you need, and somehow it ends up being like the most efficient, you know, thrust per fuel is to do it that way, which is really disappointing. Maybe that has been updated and I just missed the patch notes on it. There's the controller. Yeah, these actually don't seem too bad. But yeah, definitely check that out. Look at this. Somebody posted it on the Reddit, how to you know, make the best jet engines. And I actually got in an argument with them, like telling them, no, that doesn't make sense. It's not how you do it. And then I tried it out. And yeah, apparently that is the best way. But anyway, that is an aside. Let's keep on it going. Look like a whole lot going on up here, and I just want to take a look at the turret. So what do we got here? Rapid fire, 200 millimeter. Whew. Yeah, seriously, flak frag timed. Nasty. Yeah, it's gonna be a dangerous gun to anything that doesn't have some shielding. The flak, it'll strip away control surfaces a little bit, but those frags will tear you to shreds. See, pretty good armor too. It's got, I mean, the decorative parts don't have a lot in them, but the fuselage, metal, layered with more metal in places. So yeah, definitely a tanky design, fast, nice looking, powerful gun. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. Let's do the mirror match. Oh goodness. Yeah, we're just gonna, if we go into this view, I know it's kind of eye cancer, but if we do this view, it doesn't do the spinny spin. So that's what we're gonna do. Man, look at those shells! Wow, scary. Boom! Oh, that was a hit. Oh, that sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Looks awesome. Gotta love that that last big patch with the new visuals. That is so cool. Ooh, another direct hit there. And these things are tanky. Just eating those shots. See the turret. Oh, I wish it wasn't so jittery. Yeah, maybe I should deal with the spin, yeah. Well shot went right into the gun. Oh yeah, looks like it disabled the gun too. But anyway, there is the both sides down to 90%, minute and a half. So that is a pass in my book. The F2000 Superstorm by Thompson. Next we have the Flatstone by Zelinsky, about halfway through here. Oh, very nice. their futuristic design. That looks awesome. Like missiles and guns. Let's hop on board and take a look. So regular jet engine, 75 meters a second. .225mm guns. Take a look at the shells. Time frag. So very similar to the shells on the F-2000. But this one's backed up with some missiles here. Let's take a look. Radar seekers, fins, frag heads, EMP. So yeah, lots of frags on this design. Where's the engine? Oh, there it is. A fairly surprisingly small engine here. I guess only powering the thrusters, doesn't need a whole lot of engine power. That's cool. Very nice. Alright, let's do the mirror match. You can see it's already spinning. Zoom way out, get rid of some of that stutter. Oh, I have a feeling this missile strike. Oh! Did you see that dodge? That was interesting. Those missiles got close, the whole thing just kind of shifted to the side. They're using Lua? I forgot, there's like a way to check. I don't remember how to do it. After watching these missiles get close. I don't know, maybe it was an evasion thing when it got, it was trying to avoid the collision. But it just seemed like when the missiles were right there, the whole thing just kind of like slid to the side. Yeah, I don't know what it is. You see the missiles there, they were all like right on, and then last minute they kind of like veered off. Something seems off with them since there's a little bit of an update, I don't know, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then it just seemed to like kill the accuracy. I know there is a bigger like rework on the missiles, so hopefully that sort of addresses that. But look at that, all those missiles miss. Like how do they miss that badly? They're missiles. I think it was I saw it that time. I think that like side slipping I was seeing is just recoil from the guns. Almost a collision. Yeah, it's 2 minutes with not doing damage. I don't feel like this thing is overly defensive. It doesn't have shields. There we go. Missiles landed some that time. I mean, it's not super like high speed or high turn rates. Just seems like it has a hard time landing with those missiles, and the guns have a low rate of fire. Oh. Oh no. It shot itself. And even so, hardly did any damage. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna allow it, just because I don't. The intention of the self-damage rule is that designs aren't overly defensive. I don't think this is overly defensive. I just think it's underly offensive. But I really like the design. I don't think it has much chance of winning, but I'm gonna let it play through anyway, just because I want to see it in a couple battles. So that is the Flatstone by Zelensky. Keep moving right along. Next up we have the G2H by Scythefin. Actually, let's get it up the got two drones. I guess not really drones. But small, compact fighters. Got lots of metal armor. Decently fast. Take a look at the insides. Oh, a little bit of frags in there. Yeah, it seems like frag is the popular design. 45 mil. Oh, this is just going to be like a DACA gun. DACA. Looks like twin engine. Yeah, well, only 760 engine power, but only powering the thrusters, so really all you need. Relying on that thick hull to stop the damage. Very nice, a true fighter. Let's do the mirror match. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, here, let's see if we can get this without a collision. Ah, stupid turning bug. Yeah, so Nico, I'm sure you're watching this. If there's some way you can, if there's like a way to like fix that, or if you know what it is, I have a suspicion that I would greatly appreciate it. It's just like I don't know exactly what triggers it, but after I run tournament mod for a while, it seems it just like picks up constant. It's like it's detecting constant turn. Like it's like I'm thinking I'm moving my mouse, but I'm not even touching my mouse right now. It's just getting constant input from somewhere. So I don't know what is causing that. It's not a deal breaker. I can easily just restart from the depths, and that fixes it for usually about 4 or 5 matches. But it is a bit frustrating at times. Did that one kill each other, or did they collide? Doesn't look like. No, definitely. Well, maybe they collided with a team. I'm not too busy being distracted by the spinning. Oh, you know what? I just realized. People are probably not expecting starting material. Oh no, it's like we did that last time we had starting materials. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just whatever. They're gonna collide. I don't think it's overly defensive. It's not using shields. It's not super high speed or high turn rate. Decent turn rate, but not gonna dodge much with that. They just like to run into each other. So that was the G2H by Sithbin. Next we have the Lactoferrin by Captain M53. Oh, interesting. Another laser dart. See a few of these. Definitely the meta design, I would say, in this. Big engine only. Oh, it's using carburetors. Okay. Yeah, 8,000 engine power, so plenty of power for the laser. Yeah, it's a big laser too. What is the armor piercing on this? Yeah, 50 AP. Oh my man, yeah, that is a nasty, nasty laser. Yeah, very accurate. Yeah, this is very, very dangerous design. And wood and stone. Oh, no, there's not as wood. Layered wood armor, so not super strong, but not. It's like I'd say it's cardboard armor, not quite paper armor, but cardboard armor. But with a gun like that, you really don't have to worry too much about armor. You're probably going to core through your opponent fairly quickly. Alright, let's do the mirror match. Wait, no, that's not it. That's the one. Yeah. Ooh, it's gotta be careful. For some reason, losing altitude. And there it is, AI died, but yeah, I don't know if it was damage related, but this thing seems to have a tendency to go into the water. I would think it looks to me like it needs a PID, but I don't know. Definitely a scary weapon on this. This is the Lactoferrin by Captain M53. Alright, getting through here. Only a few more entries to do. Starting to fade. It was a long day. I had to get up this morning at 5, and it is currently almost 9 o'clock. I did take a little nap, but it's still a really long day. But I was excited to get through these. Lots of really cool entries, and I have not been disappointed. Next up, we have the Pack Fighter 3B by Sidget. First pack design we're seeing. I'm somewhat surprised. Thought there would be more packs in this. Very nice. Looks like something out of Star Fox. Very nice looking design. Is it a mimic that's doing that, or how? Something on a spin block? How do you do that? Yeah, it's a mimic. I wish it showed me what mesh it was using. Maybe a triangle block, just blown up. Either way, it looks really cool. Really fits the design. Very nice looking. It's like alloy, mostly alloy triangles. So fairly lightly armored. High speed though, 130 meters a second, very fast. Yeah, this is, I was talking earlier about how the combustor, pure combustor engines. Take a look at the yeah, you can see the you're getting more power and using less fuel than, you know, what we would think is like a good design, using like all the components. So this definitely needs a rework, I think, because right now this is your, you know, best jet engine is a controller and just stacked combustors, which is, I mean, that works, but I mean, we have all of the other engine parts for this. So I think it would be more interesting if there were like trade-offs between using intakes and compressors and all that sort of stuff, as opposed to just this is the best one in all situations. But anyway, that is sort of an aside. What's interesting is this, like right in the middle, is this for, must be for like side slip to dodge missiles or something, because it's right through the center of mass. You're not going to turn with that. We'll have to see that in action. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, let's see. Oh, I wonder if it's a distance thing. Yeah. Oh, okay, so it's gonna orbit, I think is the idea. And this will bring it in if it gets too far away. Huh, cool. And then what do we got here some efficient engines, looks like 4 fairly efficient engines to power the pack itself. Take a look at that. Nice implementation, how everything is tucked away in here. And yeah, EMP, no surprise there. Oh, fairly rapid fire too. Overall, very nice design. Let's do the mirror match. Oh, collision. Yeah, it's very fast. There we go, able to. Oh wow, look how fast it turns. Yeah, you can see once that pack starts landing, not much you can do about it. There it goes in. AI dead. So yeah, this is, I think this might be, this is definitely going far. That agility and speed, reasonable light armor, and just a deadly pack. This is an entry to watch out for. This is the Pack Fighter 3B by Sidgit. Next up, we have the Raw Eggs by Deep Fried 6-Year-Old. Everybody's favorite Discord troll. Overall, not a bad looking entry. Metal armor all around for good survivability. And then a custom jet engine. AI encased in stone. So this will give a little bit of survivability, at least, to something like the Pack Fighter. Nice fuel-efficient engine. Big old telephone pole missile. Frag, EMP, TPG. A bit of a cruise missile on here. And looks like the main damage is... Why are they not loading shells now? No shell loaded. What? Just shells. What? Containing 14 shells. That doesn't make any sense at all. No shell loaded. Oh, it's because they're belt feds. No, that's not it, just they're loaded. Yeah, I don't know. Shape charge, HE, base beater, gunpowder. So kind of low muzzle velocity, but if they hit, you're gonna feel it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. We had I was talking to Deep Fried on the Discord, and he was having issues with this. And if somebody understands why this is happening, it's saying no shell loaded, but at the same time 140 shells for acting clips. So not sure what the issue is there. I mean, these are obviously, the clips are obviously loaded. Is the shell too big or something? No. I don't know. We'll have to see if it actually works. Maybe it's just saying it's not loaded and it'll actually work. We'll have to see. There goes that cruise missile. Boom. Yeah, oh, there they go. The guns go. Okay, so I don't know what the hang up is. Maybe just visual glitch. Not updating the display. Why aren't you turning? Really? Your entry, she no turn. Does it not have yaw thrusters? Did you even test this thing? It doesn't turn. Should work. I don't. Where's the AI? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't understand what this thing is doing. Why is it rolling all over the damn place? I swear I changed this. Does it have two? Didn't I change this? Wait, I don't know what's going on. I swear I changed this. That saves. I don't know why the other one didn't. I don't know, bugginess. There we go. It at least turns now. Now let's see if it will turn here. Yes, it does. Doesn't just fly out of bounds. I don't... Like, there's something weird going on in this blueprint. It's got, some curses or something. But yeah, I don't. If you're a deep fried 6-year-old, then take a look at what I did with the AI there. So I know you were having issues getting this to do what you wanted, but if you force it to just do pure yaw turning, it will actually work. I think it. I don't know. It looks like, I'm guessing from the rudders, maybe you did have it set up like that, and for some reason it just overwrote the settings or something, but it seems to be working now. Oh, did it take? Yeah, it took out the engine. All right, I'm counting it. Moving on. Next up, we have the Stormheart by Fapoli. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That is, what is going on with that turret? Is that on light blocks? Strange looking design. Cartoony. I like the color scheme though. Yeah, light blocks. Dangerous choice. Another laser entry. Regular jet engines. Nice little stubby wings. Missile buoys for distraction. Some shielding. What kind of engine power are we looking at? Big old engine. Yeah, just the 48,000. Good power per fuel though. It's hard to tell when it's a turbocharged engine, so we'll have to see once it's like under load what the actual fuel usage. But all those turbochargers should have good efficiency. Big old laser on either side. Overall, an interesting design. Sort of, what are we looking at for armor? Metal. So, fairly tanky. Tanky, laser, decent speed. Looks like it's going to be a laser heavy tournament. Lots of laser designs. Oops. Oh, there goes the turret. I'm gonna count it. It's over 90%. They're lower than. Oh yeah, as soon as that turret went, the whole thing went. Nasty. Yeah, there's a very powerful laser. Lots of damage. Look at the chunks fly. Yeah, nastiness. All right, that is the Storm-Hearted by Fapoli. Getting close. Next up, we have the Swordfish by the Jimmer. This is my entry in the tournament. Sort of an ugly design, I will admit. But went form or function over form. It's kind of derpy if you don't spawn it at the altitude it likes. But this is a pack entry. So mainly just an engine and some batteries stuffed in here. Just an injector engine, 5500 power. Some data blades for lift. Batteries, and then all of the action happens up here. This is a turret here at the front, mounted on a 2-axis, so the turret kind of drags the rest of the craft behind it. And then the main propulsion's here, so it'll keep the particle accelerator pointed right at the enemy. I'm doing EMP, and then I'm going for the big booms. 10 charge time and a big old EMP blast over for that one hit KO. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And then on the ends here, on the tips of the sword, I do have some tactical nukes. So it has a tendency to run into its opponents. I have to double check. I'm surprised nobody else is using the nukes. I don't think I ever banned them, so I'm using them. If there's, I guess if like considering nobody else is using them, I guess if that's, you guys think that's too cheaty, then I can just, you know, I have a version that goes without the nukes that I can use. They're not entirely necessary, but I was just trying to figure out a way to... This has a tendency to fly right into the opponent, and it's just really hard to get it to survive. I tried rubber blocks and heavy armor and everything, and just has a tendency to explode the turret. And the tactical nukes are the only thing that allow it to bump into an enemy and not destroy itself. So this is the swordfish. This is my entry. We'll do the mirror match. See where I get the... Oh, yeah. Kind of canceled each other out there. But you can see where I got the swordfish name, that long... the sword's out in the front, and then the kind of way it almost like swims through the air. Oh, this one looks like it might be going out of bounds. Yeah, that doesn't count. There we go. That was a good hit. So that is the swordfish by myself, my entry in the tournament. We'll see how it goes. It does good against lasercraft, but against like the multiple entries, it doesn't usually fare so well. Next up, we have the Curse of K.A. by the Brisby Mouse. Actually, it has a long, like, yeah, Curse of the Kurome Anakaboshi. Must be some weeb crap. Just teasing, kinda. But very nice looking airship. Very cool. Does this thing even have weapons on it? Oh yeah, some big old missiles in there, okay. And then accompanied by the little fighters. Let's look at the blimp itself first. Yeah, look at those telephone pole missiles. Oh, wow, that's a lot of fins. And fuel tanks, frags, EMP, yeah, nasty missiles. And then is it actually... Oh, it's actually using the helium pups too. The madman. Tiny little motor on here. And we'll take a look at the little fighters. What are these called? Curse of Fëanor. I can't, like, you'll notice I'm hitting the caps lock, but that seems to get busted after using the tournament mod for a while too. Sorry for the nasty visuals. Little air-to-air missiles. Cute little motor. Look, the missiles are bigger than the airplanes. And yeah, really, just I don't understand the issues with the missile accuracy. It's just really frustrating. Oh, those actually landed, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, no problem with self-destruction. Overall, really cool and different entry. Like that we actually got a legit blimp in this. This is the Curse of the KA by the Brispy Mouse. Next we have the Doctor by Nightshade. I'm in the wrong arena. There we go. It's a cool design. It's like a space fighter. A bit like a comet with all of that, or a meteorite with all of that flame going on. Tons of thrusters. That looks like fairly heavy armor. Well, maybe not in all places. Heavy armor here at the front, and then wood at the back. The steam engine? Oh, that's dangerous. You don't have a whole lot of materials to work with. Hopefully you budgeted that well. Well, that said, what is the steam engine powering? Are these railguns? No. Oh, the thrusters. Okay. That makes sense now. The steam engine powers the thrusters. And then we have a custom jet engine here at the back. Batteries. Why all the batteries? Oh, laser shields, possibly? Not sure. Take a look at the guns. What do we fire in? Frag. Inertial fused frag. With, yeah, spam. Lots and lots of barrels. And then what is the main gun? Yeah, same thing. Inertial fused frag. Here we go. Oh, the Doctor by Nightshade. Oh yeah, that's right. Bring in the Sprag fans. Frag spam. Yeah, no problem with self-destroy here. There's a lot of DACA. Oh, there goes a wing. And a collision. Collision for good measure. Alright. Doctor by Nightshade. And finally, we have the Thomas the War Engine by Ipsach. Very nice. Very, very nice. 100 points for the meme value. Very impressive. What is this thing for weapons? Oh, I bet there's something hiding behind that face. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's the packs. What is this? Oh, it is hiding behind the face. Okay, there's a hole there. So yeah, spitting EMP. So 5-second charge time. So going for a medium boom, but more rapid fire. About 5,000 power. I'm almost done. And yeah, plenty fast. Alright, you have the final mirror match. Oh, I like the red. Forgot to set the colors on mine now that I think about it. Oh, there we go. Getting closer, getting more accurate. Yeah, that was exactly the issue that I was having. That once they close the distance, they just can't keep them from ramming. And there it is, AI dead. Alright, I'm counting that one. Alright, that is Thomas the War Engine by Ipsach. And that is all the entries. Gonna let all of them through. Hope you guys are looking forward to the tournament. I know I certainly am. Watch some actual battles here. But that's it for this one. We'll have the first episodes up here in the next few days. And I'll see you next time.